Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my pleasure to be here in Heroe Square because the business of the Democratic Labour Party must continue. The business that we have to deal with for the future development of Barbados is a serious one. It is one that all members on this platform take very seriously. All of the members of Parliament take their jobs very seriously. We also take very seriously any attempt and any threat to undermine our interests and to undermine the authority that was vested in us by the people of Barbados when we walked up those steps of Parliament. And we are not going to allow Ismail Rowlett or another or Mayor Motley to stop the Democratic Labour Party from doing its job on behalf of the people of Barbados. Let me start up by saying that. Let me also say to you tonight that the Democratic Labour Party is ready. We have been ready for a long time. We have a job to do on your behalf. We are applying for that job tonight. And you should sit down and think that every one of the members on this platform, we are capable, we are competent, and we want that job on your behalf. We want to rule, we want to get into the house, we want power on to work on your behalf. And tonight, I intend to start out very slowly, but I will go to a crescendo very fast. What they seem to have forgotten is that the Democratic Labour Party are like musketeers. Touch one, you touch all. All for one. All for one and one for all. I need to understand that. But remember, they tried to put me in the house already, you know. You know what, unlocked me up before. And I was so happy when my leader decided to confront the wickedness that was going on in Parliament. When he stood up and understood that he was supported by the masses of people in Barbados and by 6 strong men with him who are prepared to go tooth and nail in the interest of the Democratic Labour Party and the people of this country, then David Thompson stood up as a man, not like a soft woman or a soft wood, stood up with a man with a hard wood. Job to do on your behalf, and we can do that job outside, and we will do that job across the length and breadth of Barbados. We don't need Parliament to do that job. Fellow Barbadians, the future of this country is at stake. There was a time when Parliament was a defender of democracy. There was a time in Barbados when you knew that that institution next door was relevant to your life and your survival. But after 41 years, and after 14 years in power, I am not convinced any longer that the Barbados Labour Party and their cabinet overriding power in Parliament is working in the interest of the people of this country. I have to be honest with myself. I have to be honest with you. What I have seen over the last 14 years is rich people get richer. Large landowners own more land. Poor people languish every single day. Try your best to get a bus.
That's right.
Suffer every day to get treatment at the hospital. Suffer every single day to send your children to school. Pay your mortgage. Suffer every day to have old people in this country trying to live off of $400 a month. And what is sad about this is that a band of people that masquerade in Parliament who seem to have forgotten their responsibility to the people of this country.
Talk your talk, but talk your talk.
I could not understand that when a Parliament that is elected to defend the people in Barbados loses its way, it is the duty of the opposition Thompson to stand up and defend the interests of the people. And the opposition is going to do that come hell or high water. So I have no qualms at all in standing up and defending the interests of Barbadians and supporting David Thompson for taking the stand that he took. Mr. Thompson is not a man that came to Parliament in a box car. He was elected to Parliament and has a right to say to the Speaker, I do not agree with you. Whether it's in Baxton Road, Nelson Street, or Heroe Square. That is his right. On the privilege in Parliament, who the hell he think he is? But let me tell you something. Even more sinister to that is when I sat in Parliament and I heard a Speaker of the House say to all Barbados, look at the future leader of this country walking out of Parliament. It is Mr. Thompson right to get him to walk out whenever he chooses to. Speaker can't stop him. But to have become that partisan in a debate is indeed a travesty. And it's an insult to the chair. Let him put me in court. But I am saying to you tonight that this administration has no moral authority to lead any longer. They have executed every single threat against the public service in Barbados. They have intimidated those at the top and at the bottom. They have brought in their friends and appointed them. They have gone to Parliament. They have taken the Constitution and straight through the door to appoint their friends to high office in the public service. Anytime a Parliament or a cabinet is using Parliament and goes around the Constitution of this country, they have no authority to lead any longer. They are a government of kickbacks, a bunch of frauds, and have Barbadians afraid to speak out in their own country, but not the members of the Democratic Labour Party. But I want to tell you something, because that man there, Oinada, mates Caligula and Nero and Tiberius look like queer boys. He's that bad. But I still want to find out from Oinada, where the hell is the FBI report you promised to tell Barbados about? You talk about criminality, you can talk about criminality, you tell Barbadians about the FBI report that